Uh, Hello guys, thank you very much for joining this amazing webinar. I want to first of all apologize for the delay, and of course, it's not down to our making, but these are some of the issues that we have to go through as entrepreneurs and be resilient. Okay, uh, these are things that test our resilience to the core. Okay, because in normal life, we have to go through obstacles and challenges. So in business, poor internet is obviously one of the things every entrepreneur has to navigate as a Sierra Leonean. Okay. So today we are talking about doing business God's way, and of course the art of becoming what you sell, either your product or your service. So, first of all, when we say doing business God's way, what exactly do we mean here? Okay. I am not saying that people should hold a megaphone and start shouting, "Oh, come and buy to me because I am with God. God knows me and I am better." No, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay. Uh, First of all, the God that created all of us loves us so much that He does not pick and choose. He does not differentiate. Okay. He made us all equal, and that is why He gave us all 24 hours a day. He did not give me 24 hours and give my brother 13 hours and then give my friend 10 hours. No, he gave all of us 24 hours. So, how we spend that time that God has blessed all of us with determines who, what, and where you're going to be or become. Okay? If you spend all of your God-given time with naysayers and people who are going to hold you down, who are negative, then of course it's gonna affect you. That has nothing to do with God. That is your own choosing. That's why we have free will. Okay. So you choose with your own free will to spend your time with people who cannot add value to you. So of course you have to bear the consequences for your choice. That has nothing to do with God. So people have to understand these things, okay? Because these are just basic natural laws, okay? So, first of all, you want to do business God's way, you need to understand that you are not better than anyone. And you also need to understand that no one is better than you. You have to understand this, okay? And once you understand this, you start building businesses that will prioritize people. Okay. For a lot of entrepreneurs, we think about business, okay, as just a means of making money. We see business as something that we are going to do to create wealth. Of course, that is really, really good. Okay. But first, first and first, what we have to remember is that every business in this world strives to solve a problem. Okay. So every business is a solution to someone's problem. That is what every business does. If your business is not solving a problem for anyone, then you do not have a business, my friend. Your business has to solve a problem, whether a community problem, a national problem, okay, whether a continental problem or a global problem, but your business has to solve a problem. And these problems, okay, are needs of people, not things. So when you realize that people are the one that actually who are gonna give you money, who are gonna give you contracts, okay, who are gonna recommend you to other people, okay, to give you opportunities, then you realize that you need to focus your business on helping people, okay? Because the more people you have, the more okay you get known, the more you get recommended, and that eventually brings money into your business over time because then you can monetize your solution and people will pay premium prices because they believe in your products and your services because they have seen testimonies of people who have benefited from your product and your services. So when you realize that you are dealing with people, and you're solving people's problem, you also realize that that means you need to respect people just like you respect yourself. You need to carry on with your business with passion, love, okay, because these are energies that you cannot hide, okay, and they are frequencies. You when you vibrate at certain frequency, okay, let's say if your vibration is negative and you are doing a food business, okay, that is going to have a negative effect or a negative energy on that business. And don't forget, and don't forget, okay, people are gonna eat your views. People are going to be consuming your product. The food that you're cooking is gonna add, okay, something, okay, is gonna have a direct influence and impact on another person's life because that person depends on your food to get energy, okay, that he's gonna use for the day. So just think about this way, okay? It might look hard to understand, but this is the truth, okay? So if you prepare your food with negative energy and then you sell to a public, okay, you find out that most of the people that are gonna consume your food that day, their energy levels will drop because we are not different from what we eat. We are exactly what we eat, okay? What we eat makes our body who we are. And we eat food for what? For energy. Okay. So I used to tell my wife because she runs fast food business, and I always used to tell her, okay, you should always be uh, on high passion. Okay, you should be so passionate every time you're in the kitchen. Okay, you have to fall in love with your craft. You have to produce your food with passion, with love. Okay, so that when you take it to your customers, they know that they are consuming from a place of love. So the energy that they are gonna get that day is gonna be the energy of love. Okay, it's gonna accelerate, it's gonna amplify their own energy levels. Okay, and that way you find they feel a kind of vibration that kind of surrounds your food because of the way you prepare it. So this is not just for food business. This is the same process for every other business or service that we provide as entrepreneurs. Okay, so passion is very important, and that passion is love because creation, okay, only works with the energy of love. And that energy comes through passion. You cannot get it from anything else. Okay. So if we want to do business God's way, we have to do business with love, in love, and for love. Okay. That should be the goal. Let our businesses be love centered. Okay. Because where there is love, there is respect. Where there is love, there is compromise. Where there is love, there is justice. Okay. And this is very important, not just for your clients, but also for your staff as an entrepreneur. Okay. You need to be emotionally intelligent to be able to know that Mr. X is not his usual self today. Maybe something is wrong. So, as the boss of your business, okay, it's a good thing to have to be able to tell from the body language or the energies that your staff emit, not just from the words, because people can lie about what they feel. But the energies that they emit, okay, to the field can never lie because the field doesn't speak in words, it's speaking energies. So we have to remember this when we develop our products, okay? This works for people that are in agriculture, okay? So for plants and animals, when when you you're working on your plantation and in your farm, okay, you have to be in a good mood, okay, in a very positive mode. And you have to be able to do your work with love and care for the plants and also for the animals. And when you do that, you find out that your plants or your animals, okay, give you huge yields in returns, okay, because you have given them love first, okay, and love only makes people grow makes people become better. And it's the same with plants and other animals as well. Okay. So this is something that we have to know, and this is something that we have to practice every day. So why is it very important for us to become, okay, what we sell? Listen, it is very, very significant for us to become what we sell because that is the only way that you will understand your business. Okay, that is the only way that you will know your business. You have to know your business. Okay, every process that involves your business, you have to be aware of it. You have to know how to do. You have to know how to communicate with your staff. You have to know how to communicate with your clients, okay? You have to know how to communicate and deal with your suppliers. You have to know your supply chain, okay? You have to understand your industry, okay, so that you'll be able to know when to buy, how to buy, where to buy. Because if you don't have all of this knowledge and you're just in the business, you find out that you lose a lot of money because your staff will steal from you and you will not understand. Okay, so you have to have knowledge in the production process, okay, in the distribution process, in your marketing process, in budgeting, okay, in reporting, in monitoring, and evaluation. You need to have knowledge in all of these things. So then you become your business. That is how you become. You become the process so you don't rely on any other person, okay, to keep your business going, especially when you are a startup, when you do not have the capital to employ people with the expertise and the experience to do the job that you want to do. You have to make sure that you're able to do most of these things at the beginning of your enterprise, at the beginning of your entrepreneur journey and at the start of your enterprise. Okay, if you're a startup, it is a must that you need to be knowledgeable in the business or the solution that you are selling, in the service that you are providing for your clients. Okay, this is a must. You must understand your business to fingertips. Every process that involves that business, you need to know something about it so that when the goals get tough, when all of the other people who do not believe in your idea anymore, when they leave, you will be able to pick yourself up and do your job yourself. Okay. So I call myself a multi-purpose entrepreneur. I'm able to do so many things. Okay. I am a creative, I am a project manager, I'm a business developer. Okay. So I do a lot of things in between. Okay. A lot of things. I design my graphics, I produce my videos myself. Okay. I can film, edit, write, okay, present, teach, coach, facilitate a lot of these things, okay? Because these are things that will cost me money if I didn't have the skills, okay? And this is not something that I got overnight. It took me time to build, okay? One step at a time, okay? Even when I was working at corporate institutions, my level of knowledge and understanding of how the business community works, okay, cannot be compared to now. Because now I understand the processes, okay, from every sector, okay, at every level. So this has been a blessing to me. So sometimes it's very important for us to be able to wait because in that waiting is where the becoming happens. Okay. And for young entrepreneurs coming up, we might feel that we are not growing at all. But no, 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 no. You are actually growing as you wait, as the delays continue. You are learning how to deal with disappointment. You are learning how to negotiate better. You are learning how to present your business better. You are learning how to coach other people. You are learning how to deal with your staff better. You are learning how to deal with human beings in general better because you are dealing with the people every day in your business life. Okay. Your suppliers are going to disappoint you at one point in time, whether you like it or not. Of course, your staff are going to disappoint you, whether you like it or not. So you need to have all of these experiences and be able to navigate them, okay, and also be able to lead people, okay, in difficult moments. okay? And also being able to lead yourself, because you need to have that mind to pick yourself up even when things are difficult, and then you keep trying, you keep going again. Even when everybody leaves you, okay? That's not the moment for you to doubt your idea. That's the moment for you, okay, to get fully engaged into your business and do it properly, okay? That's the moment you need to tell yourself that, okay, this is now the time that I have to bring in my A game. This is the moment for me to show the world that the God in me, okay, has blessed me with every knowledge that I need to take my business to the other level. And once you believe in that and you do the work, you will see that everything gets better as you go. Okay, so how do our identity and values directly shape the way we do business and what we offer to the world? This is really, 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 really significant, okay? Because every business is built on someone's identity, okay? Someone's idea, someone's vision, okay? And that person has individual values, okay? That person has individual values, and these values can be moral values, economical values, uh, health values, physical values, okay, and a lot of things, okay. So these values actually need to identify with our businesses that we set up, okay. And I am going to share some of the core values with you that every entrepreneur needs to have to be able to shape the way they do business. Okay. So, number one, the key value that you need to have as an entrepreneur for you to be able to do your business well is credibility. Okay. This is really, really important. And people don't know, okay, that credibility is a value, is a currency. Okay. This this is way more important than physical cash. Okay. Your credible relation, your credible relationships are of course your currency. Okay. When you are trusted by people, and when people trust your words, definitely what do you think will happen? Doors will open, new doors will open, okay? Closed doors will open because your credibility will build the influence and the opportunities that we need. There is no two way to it, okay? So as an entrepreneur, do not play with your credibility, okay? The number two value that you need to have, a core value that you need to have as an entrepreneur for you to prosper, okay, is you need to have credible relationship. Okay, so what do I mean by credible relationship? Okay, so this comes down to the people that you know, okay, the people who can recommend you, the people who can speak on your behalf. For example, I will not have the money that I need, okay, to maybe start up a business that's worth $1 million, or I will not have the money that it takes to kind of purchase a vehicle that I need for my company, okay, with by doing payment upfront. I might not have the funds to do that, but I might know someone, okay, who knows someone who has a property of value that I am interested in, and that person can speak on my behalf. And because of the credibility of that person, okay, I will definitely be granted, okay, the access to purchase the product or the service that I want in credit because they believe in the word of the person that recommended me. So that is a very hard currency there, okay, and it's way more important than physical cash. Please know this as young entrepreneurs, okay. The people you know will refer you for opportunities. They'll recommend you, okay. So take that into consideration, okay. The third core value, okay, is integrity. doing business the right way, okay? Being compliant, okay, with your business, okay? You do not cut corners, okay? You do not involve yourself in bribes, okay? Even if it means you have to do it the hard way, okay? Go through the process. You will learn a lot during that process. Don't try to skip it, okay? Go through the process the right way, and you will find out that by the time you're completing that process, you learn so much doing so, okay? So when you learn to do things the right way, okay, it is hard, but it is priceless, okay? And please notice, integrity is so difficult to build. It is hard to get, but it is also very quick, okay, to lose. And it's an incredible, valuable asset that you need to have, okay, as an entrepreneur. You need integrity, okay? So, another thing that you need, okay, of course, is character, okay? So, when we talk about character, mostly people think about, I'm not talking about movie characters here. I'm talking about your own individual, your personal character as a human being. Okay. So your character, I mean, things that you do, okay, when no one is watching you. Okay. What you do when no one is watching you, okay, is very significant. It makes you who you are. Okay. So, for example, there are people who tend to speak nicely to their clients, but they are rude to their staff. There are others who try to be nice to their staff, but they are rude to, but they are kind of harsh on a particular type of client. Okay. So, when you behave like that, your character is not consistent because you choose people who you want to be nice to, okay, and others who you cannot be nice to. No, you have to be able to do the same thing even when nobody's watching you. You need to be able, okay, to to do your to do things right even when no one is watching you. You need to if you know that corruption is wrong and you don't want to get yourself involved in any corrupt practices and you're in positions that definitely can tempt you to be corrupt, okay, you need to be able to do the right thing, even if you are not being supervised by people who are supposed to monitor you. You need to be able to do that by yourself, okay, without all the monitoring, okay. Your character actually attracts loyalty, okay. Based on your good character, you will get people who are loyal to you. You will get customers who are loyal to you. You will get staff who will become loyal to your business and they'll treat it like their own. Okay, your character gives you respect, okay, and it earns you longevity in business and, of course, in life in general. Okay, so this is very important for young entrepreneurs to know. Okay, so before I talk about cash, there is actually another value that I did not add to the slide. Okay, so that is competence. Okay, you need to know your stuff. You need to know your stuff. Okay, it is very important for you to know the work that you do. If you say that I am the best painter, okay, you've described yourself as the best painter. If someone hires your service for you to do painting for them, okay, you need to be able to prove yourself as the best painter, which means you need to deliver, okay? You need to be able to do stuff, okay? You need to be able to accomplish tasks. You need to be able to do stuff for people and do it successfully and get the result that people want from that. Competence is so important, okay? Because if you have all of the other values, but then you lack confidence, and then but then you lack competence, what you find out is, okay, people will leave you still and find other people who can do the job. So it's really important for us to know this. That competent is really important. You as an entrepreneur need to be competent, okay? You need to know your stuff. You need to be able to improve on your products. You need to make sure that your products grow, okay, to the level where people can trust it. So which means you need to improve on your product gradually. So the more you work on your product, the more you produce, the more you do, the more you get better, okay? And so it is really important. So practice, a lot of practice is important for you to get competent. Okay. A lot of doing is important. So experience is really, really important for competence to come to play. So as an entrepreneur, you need to become. You need to become. So you become competent for you to be able to do your job well, for you to be able to master your product well. Okay. So it's very, very important. And then, of course, the fifth and final value is physical cash. Yes, cash is a value. It's really, really important for people to know this. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you need money. You need money to implement your ideas. You need money to scale your solutions. You need money, okay, to enter the market. You need money to bring your solutions into the market. You need funds to compete, okay, in the market. So it is very, very important for entrepreneurs to have cash. Okay. So thank you very, very much uh, for watching again today, okay, and for joining us on this important session and segment, okay. Thank you.